also seems to be slurring a bit, which could mean that she's drunk or on some kind of drugs.
I'm in a gang. I'll tell you. We're done.
What gang let her in? Alright. I'm gonna just sit there right there.
Stop. Stop. What did I do? Knock it off. No.
Stop.
Knock it off.
Stop resisting.
Knock it off. I'm a disciple. I'm a disciple. Knock it off.
They didn't let the GDs in it though? Bruh. There's no way. There's no way.
Little baby gon' shake that, 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 yeah, I like that, bring that right here, said sit that right there, don't go nowhere, said yeah, I like that, bring that right here, said sit that right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that.
What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. This is part 3 of when I can't read that, bro. What did it say? It's when entitled. Oh, okay. What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. This is part 3 of when. Fuck, I can't read that shit. Oh, entitled criminals realize they've been arrested. What's up, YouTube? We back again with part 3 of when entitled criminals realize they've been arrested. Rocking with the courthouse channel. Let's get back into it.
Oh my God, thank you. He dragged me out of the place and I fought so hard because I was like, this is how you die.
In January
Oh, I seen this. Probably another remix reaction. Let's get into it.
of 2017, Jane Priebe was bound, gagged, and abducted from her apartment by her ex-boyfriend, 31-year-old Jack Morgan, and Samuel Brown, a 19-year-old accomplice. The blurred footage unfortunately makes it difficult to see, but when police found her, she had chains around her neck and she was in handcuffs. She was also tied to a wheel well inside the white van where she was held captive. This footage of Morgan is quite creepy, and he told police that they were planning on bringing Jane to a cave to brainwash her, though he never clarified what he meant by that.
Yeah, I still don't understand what y'all was gonna do. I ain't brainwash her. Yo, the plan that Samuel came up with was stupid.
When he was arrested, the police repeatedly ordered Morgan to give them the key to the chains binding Jane, and eventually, he told them that they were on his key ring in the ignition. This allowed them to free the victim and get her away to safety. After being unchained and helped out of the van, Priebe told officers that she had been dragged from her home almost 12 hours earlier and had been locked up for the entire time. Police found items of clothing while they were on their way to the victim's apartment, and inside, they found a stun device and a knife lying on the floor close to the front door. Jane's purse was still inside, and there were signs of a struggle. Jane also told the New Mexico State Police that duct tape was wrapped around her neck and across her face, and that Morgan had tried to hogtie her, but she had resisted hard enough that he'd given in. She reports that Morgan had choked her to unconsciousness no less than 6 times, and that it may have been more, but her memory was fuzzy. Morgan was charged with kidnapping and false imprisonment, while Brown was charged with conspiracy to commit a kidnapping.
Like, bruh, just look like a creep. Where do y'all put it?
And false imprisonment. In March of 2018, Morgan was officially sentenced to life in prison.
Get that creep off the streets.
Brown was sentenced to 63 months in prison, along with 5 years of supervised release following the prison sentence.
You said 63 months, like that wasn't, like that's not enough, bro. Did you mastermind the plan? Like, that's not enough. It mastermind the plan, my bad.
Thankfully, Jack Morgan will never be able to torment this poor woman ever again. Unfortunately, the victim isn't always so lucky, as we'll see coming up. The driver of this car, identified as 20-year-old Cameron Hopkins, allegedly abducted his ex-girlfriend, 19-year-old Kalia Jones, from her workplace at a Wingstop restaurant shortly before this chase. Witnesses observed Hopkins forcibly compelling Jones to leave her job and enter his vehicle. Eyewitnesses recalled an altercation between Hopkins and Jones at the restaurant before the kidnapping. Their exchange escalated, with Hopkins visibly agitated. He forcibly escorted Jones towards the rear of the establishment while brandishing a weapon. Despite efforts by the store manager to intervene, they were unable to prevent the abduction. Outside the establishment, witnesses observed Hopkins and Jones entering a red Camaro-like vehicle parked nearby. Hopkins swiftly reversed the car and departed the parking lot. Nobody knew exactly where they were going.
On 85 of it, numerous calls.
1256, 1028.
We got a K9 with him.
1256.
Robert Zebra Baker 9932, RZB 9932. It's on a red Camaro.
Well, follow him, smooth as hell.
Comes back to a Jacqueline Pruitt out of Gowerton County, found down negative 29. Female was wearing black tights and a black Wingstop shirt. It's going to be a Kayla Jones, 19 years of age, female. The middle subject should be a Cameron subject.
That Camaro losing.
1256, I'm behind that Camaro going down Bank Road. Passing Gilbert, trying to think our heads. Speeds climbing to 70, coming up on McDonald Road, no traffic.
This dashcam footage shows Hopkins leading the police on a chase at well over 100 miles per hour. This would eventually end in the pit stop maneuver shown in the previous clip, and at some point during that stop, Hopkins shot and killed Kalia Jones. This all took place in a high school parking lot, which means that the situation could have escalated very quickly if the police hadn't stepped in.
Where offender at some point turned and shot victim in the chest, torso, and point contact in the chin, killing the victim. Offender then fired on Fayetteville police officers and sheriff deputies. Offender telling officers that the victim shot herself after being arrested.
Bruh, you don't get your cap ass on. Then you try to have a shootout with the police. Surprised they ain't jelly your biscuit. Then, bruh, if she don't want you, she don't want you, bruh. Let it go. It's way more out here. But I ain't gonna lie, you probably don't need no female, because you crazy. You need to get beat on.
Kalia's parents witnessed the Zoom court appearance but have declined to talk about their daughter's death. The aunt appeared to acknowledge Hopkins kidnapped Jones at gunpoint 1 year ago from a Lovejoy Walmart and was out on bond.
Wait, this is the second time he did it? Oh, hell no. Kalia should have moved. He's crazy. Rest in peace.
When police say
insane.
he kidnapped her again.
Twice?
You heard that correctly. Hopkins had already previously kidnapped Kalia and was out on bond when he did so again this time.
He already have a restraining order against him up here. He need to be picked up and arrested.
This time around, the judge did not grant Hopkins bond, and he was left in jail until the time of his hearing. The court case is still ongoing, but it's looking to be pretty open and shut. He murdered her in cold blood. It's unlikely he'll be able to worm his way out of that one. Hopefully, he'll be put away for a very long time. Unfortunately, not every kidnapping gets the sentence it deserves. We'll see something like that in this next case.
Oh, I seen this one too. Another remix reaction.
Why's your zipper, your buttons down in your crotch?
He's a freak, man.
Well, I probably just forgot.
An unzipped fly is not usually a cause for concern. It happens to the best of us. But this man, Jeremy Guthrie, is unfortunately not someone that should be given the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, and then You have a bunch of kids in the car. How many kids? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are these kids to you?
This is my friend.
That's your friend?
Guthrie is questioned about why he has 6 kids in the back of his truck, and the only answer he can come up with is that they're his friends, which it's not usually a good look for a middle-aged man to be friends with little kids. And Guthrie is exactly the type of awful human being that you should be worried about.
Hey there.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Just all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot, driver license?
Yeah.
The majority of Guthrie's reckless driving, unfortunately, wasn't captured, but he had been swerving through lanes on the highway and made a very dangerous turn that almost resulted in a crash. He has 6 kids in his car. He should be driving like a saint, and instead is risking all of their lives. It would later be found that he was driving while drunk.
There's your wallet right there between your legs.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit nervous.
So was I. The way you're driving?
Huh?
I said, you mentioned that you were nervous? Right. I was nervous while I was behind you driving down I-40. You were in lane number 1. At times, you went all the way from lane number 1 all the way over. Didn't use your signal, had problems keeping your vehicle one lane. And then, when you merge on from westbound 40 to northbound 25, you took that curve way too fast.
I did. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna crash.
No, I don't.
I didn't say. I don't think so. I'm just saying I thought you were gonna crash.
Yeah.
How old's your friend?
18.
That girl's not 18.
Huh?
That girl's not 18.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
No, I don't think she is.
That girl's not 18. Trust me. She don't look 18. Ma'am, how old are you? I didn't ask you your name. I asked you how old you were. Jeremy, turn the car off and come back here and talk to me.
All right.
Let me see the keys.
Unfortunately, the footage needs to be blurred for the girl's privacy, but at the same time, that proves exactly what the officer is saying. She's definitely not 18. In fact, every single child in that car is between the ages of 13 and 14.
I'll button my zipper.
Yeah, please button your zipper.
Yeah. Please. I mean, I had to take like a piss and
Good.
Just by the way that Jeremy is acting and the sluggishness of his character, you can tell that he's been drinking.
When did you last drink?
like probably it's been a little while.
Like an hour?
I would say it's more than
like maybe 2?
Yeah.
Roughly? Okay.
Like 2 hours.
That's fair. Because you know what? 2 hours is totally different than no, I haven't been drinking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's okay. That's okay. We're not gonna argue about it. I mean, I know what I smell. I know what I hear. I know what I see. Okay.
Testosterone.
Simple as that.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, you already did. You said I hadn't been drinking, and then I kind of played you. Said was it an hour ago? Like no, longer. 2 hours? Yeah.
It's been a few hours.
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha. Well,
I mean,
we're not gonna argue about that. I mean, I know what I smell. Okay. Do you think you're safe to drive?
Yeah.
Do you think you're safe to drive?
yeah,
You do?
absolutely.
Once again, you and I will disagree on that too. I don't think you're safe to drive. Just based on how you're driving.
Generally, if you have a single drink, you will be okay to drive after 2 hours. This man is absolutely way past the point of being drunk and should be nowhere near a vehicle.
All those people in the car, who are they?
They're just my friends. I mean,
Do you normally hang out with people who are young? How old are you?
I'm 41.
41? Okay. Hang tight right there, okay? How old are you? And don't lie to me. I mean, okay, like I'm not gonna play the game where you lie. I know that you're not 18. Okay? So if you wanna have attitude, you in the front, okay? We go about it another way. Simple as that. So if I sense any attitude or you give me lip, we'll do it another way. Okay, how old are you? 14. Thank you. Simple question.
14.
Really 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
14.
13. Okay. 14. Okay. Who's this guy to anybody?
That's our homies. And then she knows his kid.
Okay.
She knows his kid? He got a kid? What the hell is he doing? What are you doing?
So that there's your homie. Okay. So you guys all need to call your parents.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And have your parents meet us here.
These kids are, very obviously, in a very dangerous situation, and Guthrie is a terrible man. He was accused of using a 12-year-old girl that was in the car, and she had a miscarriage during a year of sex that she suffered at his hands. The girl's twin was also in the car, and although there is no direct evidence, he is suspected of raping her as well. He talked very often about how much he loved the sisters, which is just a disgusting thing to say. The sister's grandmother expressed how angry and disgusted she was at him for doing this to her granddaughters.
Just so you guys know, okay, I probably saved 6 lives tonight, at least 6 lives. Okay, I thought you guys were going to crash around that bend. He's going way too fast. And he's definitely not safe to drive.
Oh, yeah, we told him. We told him.
This is Sergeant LaFay with State Police. And your son, along with, I'm guessing 5 of his other buddies, they were in a vehicle with somebody some man. It's a grown adult who has no business driving, and so he's out now doing field sobriety tests, and these kids need to be picked up.
So just to make sure that you're okay to drive, okay, would you mind doing a couple of field sobriety tests just to make sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? You would mind, or you would want to do them?
What's it?
Do you mind, or would you want to do them? Do you want to do them? Yes or no?
Again, I said this in the previous reaction, but just ask them the yes or no question in the first place. You just phrased that weird. You're weird. I'm stupid.
I don't really want to.
You don't want to do them?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know, if you don't do the test, I'm gonna have to place you under arrest. Do you want to do the test?
All right, well, let's do the test.
You don't know what's after H?
I don't like that one.
It's a bit difficult to hear, but the officer asked Guthrie to continue the alphabet from H to S, which he was entirely unable to do.
Yeah. Alright, go and stand up, bro. Go and stand up. Go and turn around for me. Go and turn around.
Yeah, bro, hands on your back. Thank you very much.
Alright, so you're gonna be placed under arrest for DWI, okay?
You got the right to remain silent.
Jeremy Guthrie was thankfully placed under arrest for DUI and is currently behind bars in Albuquerque's Metropolitan Detention Center. After the DUI, his heinous acts towards the children were eventually figured out, and he is now facing 16 charges, including 9 counts of criminal sexual abuse of a minor.
Yeah, give him super life.
His trial is set to occur any day now, but make sure to subscribe so that we can keep you updated on what happens with this case. Fortunately, this next case shows real punishment for the crime.
Come over here, please. I'm gonna get that knife off you, sir, okay? Any other weapons on you? No. Okay. Come over here, please.
Right there, arresting the penguin.
Nothing else on you?
Supposed to be in Gotham.
Phones? Stop reaching your pockets. What's your name, sir?
What's that?
What's your name, sir?
Samuel.
Samuel?
No, what are you saying about pockets?
Do you have any other weapons on you?
Phone.
Please don't reach in your pockets. Just let me. We're out here because there is supposed to be people back there.
This is Samuel Bateman, and he was just pulled over by the police towing a trailer. The reason he was pulled over is that the police received a call from a very concerned citizen on the road, claiming that they thought they saw human fingers reaching out of the trailer. Any reports relating to possible kidnappings or abductions are taken very seriously, so the officers were dispatched at once.
How many other people are in the truck?
Oh, I seen this too. This is Colt Man. This is Colt Man. Let me introduce y'all to Colt Man. He's a weirdo. Like overly weird.
Any information I give can and will be confidential.
Well, I just want to know who's inside the truck right now, so that way I know who else we're dealing with here. Or else I'm going to call everybody out.
As you can see, it's a pretty serious deal here, sir. What is your name?
Samuel.
Samuel what?
Weird. Do I have to tell you my name?
I'm asking.
You already said it. What difference does it make now? You should have initially said, do I have to identify myself? Like,
For your name.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you, right?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
what is your name?
Samuel.
Samuel what?
Is he the driver?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to identify yourself. You understand that, right?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. Yeah, Samuel Bateman.
Samuel Bateman. I don't understand. What are you doing? We're trying to make
Samuel,
sure people...
I just got here. Explain to me what's going on.
Calm down.
I'm fine.
You're being videoed. Just in case you.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're being videoed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
with that cool ass hat camera. This nigga think, I think he's CIA.
Stuff?
Despite very little having happened so far, Samuel Bateman is already very defensive when it comes to the questions the police are asking him. It is one thing to be cautious when talking to the police, because you very much should be cautious. But it's another to be overly defensive when you've already been informed that there are reports of people being in your trailer.
Samuel Bateman, what's your date of birth? Let's run.
What is your date of birth, sir?
I'm not your
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Turn off on your back.
Put your hands behind your
Put
back.
your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Let's not do this right now, huh?
You are being detained until you identify yourself.
Do I have to tell my name?
Yes, you have to identify yourself. You are being detained for a crime.
Okay, Samuel Bateman.
We're still putting you in handcuffs, so just sit tight.
The police are correct here. Because he's being detained on suspicion of a crime, he does have to identify himself. Keep in mind that is only to law enforcement officers and sheriff's deputies, but does not apply to immigration or FBI agents.
Take notes.
Don't do that.
Can I ask you why this is such a big deal? Everyone's buckled in, and in Arizona, then you can
Move
be
that
in the
back,
back
Sarge.
of a vehicle without a license, you can be in the back of a truck. Sir, you're being welcome to the okay?
We're just going to identify you, figure out what's going on, and we'll go from there. The reason I'm detaining you is because you failed to identify yourself when I asked. Okay?
I did. I said Samuel Bateman.
Yeah. What about date of birth?
Why didn't you ask me my social security number?
That would have worked too.
Sir, can you bend back so I can lock this in?
That's kind of hurting me.
Well, you would readily give up your social security number before you give up your date of birth? What the hell?
Well, I need you to cooperate here. Sammy, what's your date of birth?
Here go all these children with horrible haircuts.
I already told you.
What is it?
The footage has been blurred for the privacy of the victims, but several girls were just removed from Bateman's truck. The trailer has still yet to be opened.
That's hurting, dude.
What?
That's hurting.
Well, you weren't helping me out.
So you actually have the right to hurt people?
I'm not hurting you, sir. Can you help me out here a little bit? Can you move your wrist so I can help you out here? Thank you. Can you rotate this way and I'll adjust those for you?
So, can you explain to me what law I'm breaking?
Failure to identify when I asked you. But now you have, so we're good. I've identified you.
Okay.
We're not good, bro. He's still a weirdo. I know you don't know this yet, but tighten them cuffs up for me, please. Thank you.
But once I already say you're detained and I go to put you in handcuffs and you resist like that, that makes me a little nervous. So that's why you're in handcuffs. As soon as we check everything out and you came back, you identified yourself to me, I'll take you out of handcuffs and we'll be all good, okay? I don't know what DPS has going on with you. We just simply got called as backup units for whatever you have going on with them, okay? So once I get a chance, I'll go talk to that sergeant and we'll confer about what's going on here and what we have going on, and I will be more than happy to keep you informed and enlightened about everything that we're doing. Like I said, when I tried to identify you and you didn't want to identify yourself, I went to detain you. When I went to detain you, you stiffened up on us. Okay? So once we got you handcuffs and everything settled down, that's where we're at right now. But I can't take you out of handcuffs, so I go over there and talk to that sergeant and see what we have going on here and if we have charges or what's going on.
Well, 14-year-old, she had a ring on her finger, on her ring finger. She had a ring on her finger. They've all kind of like hidden those. I mean, we know what's going on.
Many people refuse to identify themselves when an officer asks, as we've seen on this channel, and then they do so as soon as they're cuffed and then expect to be released. This is not how it works. The person has already shown themselves to be uncooperative, and that is explicitly what the police are cuffing them for. Being cooperative only because you're under the duress of being detained does not and will never signal to officers that you've suddenly had a change of heart.
Sam, give me a second, okay?
Come.
I'm gonna loosen this left one, okay, Sam?
What I'm looking at, after discussing that with that sergeant, so.
I'll just stay right now. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Go ahead, see.
Here, if you want to come stand up really quick this way, put your right foot in first.
Just so you know, we're investigating child endangerment. You can back to
yeah.
It's because he built like a penguin. He can't get in there.
Sam, can you get your other foot in there?
Somebody throw his ass in a. Head ass. If you don't get your slow bird.
Sam, can you sit in there, please?
He rode the short bus.
It's not hurting real bad.
It's not the most comfortable thing, I understand. It's fiberglass and plastic.
I'm just saying, it twists my arm. I'm kind of bulky, so it hurts like heck when it twists, man.
Okay.
What?
And like right now, it's kind of hurting.
Okay, you want to try this here?
In there.
Bring your foot out.
I'm just saying my arm is hurting more than anything.
Yeah. You want to swing your hind end in there? And then pop around, does that work?
The man don't know how to sit down.
Sam is not the smallest guy,
Not the
but
smartest
that
guy either.
does seem to be a very small amount of space in the back of the police car. Restricting the movement of those who have been arrested is a common tactic, but there are issues with going too small as seen here.
Whatever.
Of course, it's also very likely that Bateman simply doesn't want to be in the back of a police car, but this is just taking his statements at face value.
Let me talk to some gentlemen, figure out what's going on, okay? There you go. Let me see this pose here really quick. Can you go across? Okay. Okay. All right. Don't go on face first. Just hang on.
I just move the seat up like 2 inches.
What's up? Okay. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna get you loosened up here, okay?
I've been way too nice to this man.
What do we got?
I'm gonna loosen up this cuss one here, so you can try and work it
I should
out.
be a whole weirdo. No.
Yeah, that's all right.
I got big kind of big muscles.
Yeah, you got bigger shoulders here.
Big muscles.
Okay, there you go.
Big
Okay, just bring that arm down here. Here, let me adjust this one here.
I can get in and walk me in. That's all right.
Yeah, here.
Just want to put doubles on them, or is it just too tight?
Just double it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, double them up.
Now, give me 1 second, Sam, okay? Okay, can you bring his arm back here this way?
I'll extend it.
There you go.
Should have a little bit more room for you here.
He should have put his cuffs in his belt loop.
That a little bit better? Awesome.
Awesome.
Let's get it double locked, and then if you could take a seat for us, I'd appreciate it. And we'll get the AC turned on for you.
All right, here, Sam, 1 second, sir. Give me 1 second.
Damn, them cuffs versatile.
All right, go ahead now.
He's still doing the same dumbass.
Sam, it'd be easier if you sat down and then twisted your butt in. And I guess that works. All right, watch your feet.
He is not about to move the seat up.
There was fingers at that intersection. There was fingers out the door. So there's people in the trailer. It sounds like someone's in there.
I thought they already got everybody out the truck. Nah, they was in the truck.
Do you want to step out of the car, ma'am? Ma'am, step out of the car.
Car, that's a bin.
Are there people back here? There's no one else in the vehicle. There's no one in the bed of the truck. And there's no one in the trailer.
This woman is one of the people removed from the truck earlier, as we're now watching from a different officer's point of view. She initially refused to leave, and you may of course find that strange. To explain it, a bit of context should be given about Samuel Bateman. The officers, of course, didn't know this at this time, but Bateman claims that he's a prophet and is the leader of a polygamist cult. He was a member of the FLDS Church, which is a breakaway sect
But the fact that anybody can just claim themselves as a prophet is insane.
of the Mormon Church until he broke away to start his own splinter group. A little bit later, we'll talk about some of the heinous things that came out after this traffic stop.
Do you guys have IDs? No?
We'll start heading back there.
Hey.
Come with me. I'll come. Okay. You start walking back there. They don't need to go in handcuffs. We just need to get them out of here. This is the police! We're going to be opening the door! I want your hands empty and above your head! If you do not, you will suffer the consequences! Again, this is the police! Okay.
You got 5.
Pull down the handle.
You ain't even pixelate them. Oh, finally.
Where are the hands? Let's see the hands! Let's get that other door open.
There was hands sticking out of the top of the trailer. There's hands sticking out of the top of the trailer earlier. Let's see them. Let's see your hands. They're in front.
Behind the curtain. Okay. Keep your hands up for me. Go and walk out towards me, okay? Try not to slip, all right?
Oh, that is a weapon.
Just keep walking.
It's difficult to see from this angle.
My dumb ass thought that was a battering ram in his hand. He got the fire.
But the conditions of the trailer were quite awful. There was a porta potty, couch, blankets, some food, and a stroller. It was not very well kept and overall quite disgusting. The worst part of it all is that there were several kids taken from him that day, between the ages of 11 and 14, along with several girls that were barely 18.
Sisters? But not actual sisters. Okay. Is there any of you that are actual
sister wives?
Sisters?
That's disgusting.
The one in the brown and you are sisters? Okay. The two in the blue are sisters? Okay. Okay. Well, I figured you guys were all tightly knit. I just didn't know the actual dynamics of the family unit here. Has someone explained you guys our concerns and why you guys... So someone called in and said they saw kids coming in and out of a trailer. That in by itself kind of dangerous, right? Driving down the road with kids in the trailer, and then somebody else, one of the aides, saw fingers poking out of the trailer. So now I get that, but the concern for the danger of people in the car. Now you got to realize in the whole country we have, you know, smuggling of kids, smuggling of immigrants, smuggling of all types of stuff, right? So extremely suspicious activity. So when we go to stop you guys, and then I don't know, what is he to you guys? Is he anybody's actual father?
Him?
Yeah, the one in the car.
Yeah.
He's somebody's father. So whoever his father is, he comes over, then it starts refusing to identify himself while we're trying to conduct a traffic stop. So things are starting to escalate until we know exactly what's going on. Now we have the dilemma of, you know, is there a probable cause for any type of arrest on him for any of the activities that was going on here? And then we have, I think you guys are over 18, yes, no? One of you? You are, both of you? So we have 2 adults and then we have several kids. So now we got to decide, are we just gonna let him out of the car? You guys all jump in and go on your merry way? Or are we having to call parents to try to figure out how we're gonna get him somewhere? So that's what's taking so long, is trying to figure out these circumstances. So you have DPS, who's the main investigator here, and then you had county because that's who got the call originally, and then you have PD because you guys are here in the city. So that's why we all showed up, and it sounded a lot more serious to begin with. Then once we de-escalate everything, we start talking to people, we start getting information, we start figuring stuff out. And that's where we're at right now. So
this officer is doing a very good job of explaining to these girls what is going on and why everything is happening. Too often in kidnapping cases, the police deal with the person who committed the wrongdoing, but leave the victims to figure out by themselves what is going on. It's especially bad in cases like this involving cults, where there may be brainwashing involved.
yeah, I know. That's what I figured. Well, we'll see if Chicone wants us to go down that path, because it sounds like we may just let everyone go.
Samuel Bateman was arrested for this, but that was only the beginning. Over the next year, he would post bond, be arrested again for destroying evidence, and then a lot of information would come out about him. Earlier in 2023, an updated indictment was eventually released, which showed that he would be charged with a whopping 51 felonies. This does include sexual abuse of underage girls that he claimed were his wives. 10 of his followers, some of whom were his adult wives, were also charged with aiding him in the sex crimes. When Bateman was arrested for the destruction of records near the end of 2022, 9 underage girls were removed from his compounds and placed in state custody. Later on in November, 8 of the 9 girls were reported missing from the homes they'd been placed in.
That's what I was wondering, like, where were their parents at? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Go back, wait, I might have missed that.
Underage girls were removed from his compounds and placed in state custody. Later on in November, 8 of the 9 girls were reported missing from the homes they'd been placed in by Arizona.
Where did they go?
DCS. A few days later, they were found outside an Airbnb in Spokane, Washington, in a vehicle driven by Moretta Rose Johnson, whom Bateman had claimed as a wife when she was under 18. She was taken into custody and is accused of kidnapping in a federal complaint. Bateman is currently being held without bail in a private prison in Arizona. His attorneys withdrew as his legal counsel 4 days after the updated indictment was filed.
Yeah, I should have never been his counsel. But do defense attorneys ever be like, yeah, I'll take the case, and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna lose the case. I would have just lost the case.
The court case is still ongoing, but thankfully, it's looking like Babin will be going away for a very long time. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about this next case.
So, that's the end of part 3. I'll catch y'all in part 4. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day, y'all. Or night, depending on when y'all watch this.
To live is to conquer, to live in life, to live in life, hey, to live is to live is hey, like I just wanna conquer, like I just wanna, hey, to live is to conquer, hey, how this pain got me feeling the conscious, can't turn me to a monster, hey.